bells ring. Are you listening? Welcome to Harily Relatable's Winter Wonderland. If you knew the effort that I put in for this ambiance and my second, this is what I wanted to do earlier, but it didn't happen. So welcome to Harily Relatable, episode number 6. We're back at Beautiful Revenge Salon in Westwood, New Jersey. I am your host, Nicole, and it is December. And in my last podcast, we talked about hairstylist and our December burnout, and I promised to come back to you with part 2 of Hairly Relatable, and we were going to do the December edition of Burnout Client Edition. So, with no further ado, I present to you Hairly Relatable, the podcast, episode number 6, OMG, with your host, me, Nicole, coming to you from beautiful Revenge Salon in Western New Jersey, in my Hairly Relatable Winter Wonderland, aka the facial room at Beautiful Revenge Salon. Disclaimer that the things that we discuss today don't necessarily reflect the opinions, policies, or views of the salon that I work at. So, how you all feeling this December? I'm going to take my glasses off because it is glaring a little bit. I didn't prepare notes because I think I have them all in my head because this is such a weird December this year. It's not as busy as it typically has been. And I don't know what is going on. Well, I do know what's going on. It's 2024 and it's been a wacky year, let's face it. And clients, you're probably feeling the effects of burnout as well. And as much as us hairstylists are burned out from life and working behind the chair and being malnutritioned on our days that we are busy and trying to separate our lives from working, clients as well are feeling the wrath of the hustle and bustle. And I talked a lot about in the last podcast how this time of year isn't always holly and jolly. So clients, I want to talk to you today about self-care and how to prioritize your well-being during this time of year. And it is so important. What do you like to do? Is it getting your hair done? Is it really being present in your family? Is it being present by yourself, taking that time away, traveling? Whatever it is, make sure that you really commit to it, because we can always say, yes, I'll make time for it, but are we really making time for it? And it's funny too, because I am habitually making time for the things that are self-care, like my hair, my nails, and my lashes, like we talked about, right? That was in my client relations podcast, which you all should be listening to, because it was important for me to save time to wake up like this. It's full circle. It's all relatable. And that is so prioritizing to me. However, there's things that I also let slip through the cracks, which is sometimes doctor's appointments or things like that I should be scheduling more often. And things that I do. Also, therapy is important to me. Mental health is absolutely a non-negotiable in my world, but it's definitely those things too that you have to prioritize, as well as all the self-care stuff. So when are we all having time for this? And now this is the holidays, so people take the time off, and that's the last thing that you want to do. But in that time off, I think that it's part of that self-care time that you need to make a list, and not Santa's list, not a good list, not a bad list or nice list, a naughty list, but really, really take that time to reflect and to initiate a plan of what you're going to make yourself accountable for the next year. And that goes for everybody, not just hair, nails, lashes, your facials. Like, this is full throttle, mind, body, soul. Make the time to prioritize everything, and men, women, your kids. For clients as well, coming into the salon, we're going to talk a little bit about sickness and rescheduling, because I feel like through the pandemic, through all of that, it's just been weird, because I've had a lot of people come in not feeling so good because they didn't want to miss their hair appointment. And it's always great. I know, I understand that nobody wants to reschedule their hair, and sometimes it is hard to get you in around this time. I will always accommodate. Most stylists will, but if you're sick, stay home, because I can't afford to get sick. Nobody can afford to get sick, and it's not a good look if you're coming to the salon and you're coughing all over the place. In any case, whether it be, the grocery store, one of my dance classes, we don't need it. Now sit your ass home with a box of tissues, please. So the rescheduling will always play out okay. And actually, I had a reschedule today, and that's the reason why I'm able to record and spend some time rearranging my little ambiance here, because I had a client have an emergency, and we figured it out, and we did get them rescheduled, and I'm happy to accommodate. But I also don't charge a cancellation fee. I don't also charge a booking fee. There are some third-party sites that I am looking into using coming up, and this is great for clients. I'm going to be using Glambook moving forward. So I'm using that as a third-party booking site so that I can actually reach out to more broadband clients. So you guys, right? And that'll help with holiday burnout around this time of year. You don't have to go searching for your hairstylist. If you're like, oh, I like that girl, I like her vibe, you can book directly on Glambook. You can search me out there, or you can book through our Forest app. So, holidays, clients, listen. Next, you guys. How am I going to say this gently? I appreciate everything, right? And lately, it's become a trend on so many different platforms, and I'm not about it, okay? And sometimes it's okay to vent, and it's okay to healthy vent. And if there's situations, it's okay in your community to ask for support. But there's been a ton, like a shitload of client bashing lately. And it's almost to the point where, what the hell is going on? Because it's like clients are not showing up, clients are being like aggressive, clients are like not giving gratuities. Okay, so gratuities technically are not like required. Let's be real, right? They're not required, and it depends what kind of salon you're at. And this is such a dicey conversation. And I'm going to go there because I guess on a podcast, it's all raw and it's authentic, because that's what makes it real and relatable. So there's different kinds of salons out there. There's salons that don't have commission base, right? Their infrastructure, their tipping, and their baseline price line into their haircut. So their stylists don't accept gratuities. That's not the case here. I am a commission-based stylist. I'm not an owner. I accept gratuities, so it's all good. Like, I'm grateful. I appreciate you. That's it. End of story. I guess as a stylist too, we should never assume that one thing's going to cover another into another. But the amount of bashing that I see too on the, hi Leah, Leah, come say hi. You want to be on my podcast?
What's your name?
Come on, come over. No, come. She says no. Yeah, really, come. No, get over here. I'll edit that out, but that's amazing. She said no. She said, Leah said no, I don't want to be on my podcast. But the amount of bashing that I see going on these forums of clients with their, it's just been really, it's bad, and it's hard not to like get consumed in it, because then you see things and you're like, oh yeah, I agree, and it's like bad energy. You don't want to get sucked up into that. And mistakes happen. Like, say like, oh my gosh, I forgot to tip you last time, or like I ran out, or I'm so grateful for my people. Like, they're good, or send me a text like, oh my gosh, like I ran out, and it's all good. But that's what's happening out there, and I just feel really bad, and I feel like that's also like part of this burnout. Like, there's just this not great relationship right now between stylists and their clientele. And I don't know if that's lost, like that loyalty factor, and especially around this time of year, the gifting. Like, listen, I'm gonna throw it out there too. Back in the day, I know things have changed, and I get it. Believe me, and and like I said, I'm one of the most gracious people that there are, and I love to give. Believe me, I would give so much. And I always say, like, I want to buy like my clients like even like a pen, and maybe I'll get there. And I was gonna do like a discount for Black Friday, and then I wound up getting booked before I even announced the discounts. Y'all didn't even let me give me time to do that. But that's why it's so hard. And then it's like, okay, well, what do I discount? Who do I discount for? What are my stipulations? It's just, I don't know. So maybe I'll just order you guys pens. But the gifting, like, back in the day, I remember like there used to be just Christmas cards lined up on my mirror, and everybody, whether or not there was money, extra gratuity, or a Christmas gift in there, it didn't matter. That's the point. That there was just this like holiday cheer of like Christmas cards just lined up all over my mirror. And it was just nice to be thought of. It's the thought. And the relationship of the bond. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe the clients, they're burnt out. And I want to try to avoid that, especially in my chair, in this salon, in this energy. I really want to create that safe space again, and not just for the gifts, okay? For that feeling that of just you're safe and you're appreciated. I don't feel like the clients are feeling appreciated lately. And that is where the frustration is coming out for clients. And maybe that's why books aren't getting full, and clients aren't making hair such a priority. And, it does suck because price points have changed as well. And things have gotten expensive. So it does all come together as a whole. And I'm thankful when a client does choose to spend their money on hair, because I do feel that it is such a big importance in people's lives. It's the one thing that you wear every day. You can wear differently. Like clothes, yes, but it's personal. It's you. It's a statement. It's so much. And to have clients that feel burnt out, either going to a salon or from a stylist, that makes me want to strive for more and perfect what is the internal reason of maybe like why a stylist burns out from a salon or a hairstylist. So I would honestly love constructive criticism on this, and if anybody's willing to share stories, I'm open to them and all ears. Why you left a salon or why you left a stylist, and not just because of like a bad haircut or they didn't do what you asked, or maybe they like price, the pricing just got too much. But share your story in the comments. Tell me why you left a salon, a stylist, and maybe it could be a good starting point for better service and just a better quality of experience when you come to see me. And I take all of those things too and make a better experience for all of us. So that will help with burnouts and everything. So I want everybody to definitely prioritize their self-care. I want everybody to really think about their well-being, make their appointments for not only your beautification, but your internal, your health, your wealth. Get your intentions set for the new year. It's going to be a good one. Also record after this another episode, just a recap of this year for myself, and let you in on like the trials and tribulations that I've endured this year. And it's been a doozy. It's been a year, right? Like crazy. So I'm gonna do that one. I'm gonna take a little break, use the banos, drink some water because I'm always parched in here. But I'll return back to my winter wonderland, and I'm gonna actually drop episode 7 too. Oh, my dream. But this was a good one, and I really want clients to not feel that holiday burnout, because I really do care about the clients, and I hope most hairstylists really do, and hope it resonates from behind the chair. Obviously, how I talk about what I do, and it really does come from a place of love and passion. And if I could share anything with, baby stylists coming up and everything, is like, don't lose that connection, because when you start doing it for the wrong reasons, right? And make the stylists burn out and clients burn out. That's a recipe for disaster. That's not successful. That goes back to episode number 1, success of not everybody, and that's how you want to maintain your clientele. So if you learn anything today, it's we all have to work together as a team and avoid all kinds of holiday burnouts and burnouts during the year too. But definitely during this year, because traffic, that's another reason. That'd be real. So I am Nicole. This is Here Really Relatable, episode 6, Holiday Burnout. in my winter wonderland with my salt rock and my shrubbery. I will be back for episode 7, our special bonus episode. And thank you for joining me. Subscribe, like, comment, share. Come see me at Beautiful Revenge Salon. Thank you for joining. Bye. Oh, and next time, Leah, you're coming on the show.